This is what Ra wanted to do. It gives you the how people would actually see you instead of the reverse image. I'm going to use a tool that I call a communication device, which tunes me into Ra. The best, I guess, to tune me in Ra. But that connects Ra and Anubis. So that's the difference when I do what I do to make a phone call. Basically, this guy making a phone call, which is just a made-up guy. Incense, you're here. I like them. Man, if I could only. To me, trying to figure out how I would. Well, I mean, first of all, there is one question that you can ask, and if not answered correctly, you can totally be aware of how a person thinks. If you say, would you like to become more intelligent? And they don't say yes, they're outdated. They don't work no more. They don't function properly anymore. They're not tuned, because one should always want to become more intelligent, because that's the reason we're here on this planet, to learn and become aware and to be better. Yeah, what was that? I don't know. It's a little floating around thing. Over, where's that? It was over here. So I turned around. Well, nothing on this side. So, ain't nothing on this side. Okay. Checking on my 3. That'd be light. Okay, so I never do get anybody more. He would be the person. Yeah, because his name, I mean, he already knows he's in the thing of him is like representing where the dead people go, like as in a morgue. That was his name. But I would love to have a conversation with him. Absolutely. Because of it allows us kind of like to talk about the same kind of thing, because I'm with him on what he's trying to do. But the Hyperionism, I'm just curious as to not what it is to become Hyperionism, but what it is to be a Hyperionist. Okay, so this would be Ra, because he identifies like the future of all living things. being a part of this. That would place me as a child of Ra. Same thing. See what I mean? So Ra, child, you meet Thoth or Thoth, however you pronounce it. Some people pronounce it Thoth, some people pronounce it Thoth. Because Thoth is just thought. There's a lot of energy that is like, how would I describe it? He said, yeah, I like writing. Let me move it for you so you can get some writing in. That would be mouse 333. Okay. It's right here next to me. Pretty sure I put it in here. Dolly 3/4, 5/9, 5/9, Poe, Sin, Jimmy 9 Lives, Odin, Schultz. Somewhere around midway point, I find myself in me and then in you, refusing acceptance at hand by reflection of land. It's like I don't even remember writing that shit. Look, Rockefeller, how to identify death. These are all taxes and shit. COVID, AT&T, phony. Intro to intention, veteran. Dolly equals Poe, pictures equals words, TikTok equals YouTube. These are all the calculations. I still didn't have it down pat at the time. Here you go. Cat, money, chapters, Solon. We got this. Washington, D.C. is Dolores Cannon. Jackie Chan. In charge of 9 lives. My name in this dimension would be like image. Like I'm just an image on a screen. So think about you could use that as a reference. Yeah, think about the Bible and just turning a written word into video format. And I'm just continuing the story of Jesus after he came back to life. But then Jesus got tired of being, you know what I mean, ignored or whatever. Jesus was lost or whatever. There's different paths. All right, go through the chapters. Chapter 1, we're still in. I'd like to fucking move. We've already done chapter 2. We need chapter 3. Time travel, reincarnation. SDHD. That's the next level. Chapter 2, religion, Mason. That needs to be Freemason. It's not a religion. It's just a structure of why religion is what it is. It's like a direction to the Knights Templar. Each step, and you're gonna have chapter 4, resolution. That's from standard definition to high definition. Chapter 5, growth. I got in the middle, voodoo would be time travel, standard definition. We'd be in some kind of like Paw Patrol type shit. I ain't even kidding. That was the outcome. It's like police officers have such a big ego, they need to be brought down to an understanding, and the dogs would identify that if their uniforms said Paw Patrol. And then Yakuza was like, if they don't want to do it, we'll come in, wear Paw Patrol uniforms with machetes. We don't need guns. And that would allow them to be tuned. It's just kind of like in an area, you know what I mean? It's just an idea. I would go there. Yeah, that would be because no guns. Yeah, somebody was like, yeah, because I did it without guns, but I had a knife. So like machete is just a big knife. It's kind of scarier. Think about a samurai carrying a sword, 3 swords, one for themselves. It's like a dagger. Oh, chapter 6, the outcome. So that's death. That's like ego death. Chapter 7, it doesn't have a title. It says rather use tattoo for good, JC. With a green line through it too. Oh no, that was what I did. That's where I was at. I didn't have a 7 because I was 7 days. I couldn't figure it out. In chapter 8, infinity. Chapter 9, the overture, Orca. Orca was out. Shit, I remember that. Yeah, I was just outside. So, yeah, when I do that, medical, principal, cabbage, cumber patch, garbage pail. Okay. Netflix. I believe cumber patch is definitely like we call it, aware on this side. Some of the things that I watched. Yeah, and then Doctor Strange. I didn't, or Doctor Sleep, or what? Doctor Strange. Yeah. Okay. See what he's trying to do here. Trying to you break it down into as little words used as possible, so that the other side of the consciousness doesn't have to calculate so much. So Doctor Strange, telepathic. So that's not him. That's just the doctor. Was strange because the doctor that was using telepathy on me did not like come forward, and that was at Journey Road, telepathic. But it took me to Orca. And Orca is like the no. Orca is like the hospital, the whole structure, everything about the hospital, everything about the hospital. If you were to think medical, that's what Orca is. But I get that information from an actual Orca. But like as a medical director, he would be talking about like the octopus. It's like 8 branches on a tree, figuring out how to get out of this puzzle. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, my left ear. Yeah, that's just like the driver. She don't drive me. Octopus was, I would label she. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Mm-hmm. She calculates it quick. Well, there's really no need for a filter between the octopus and the orca. There's probably a sullen filter in between it. See is with me and repeat. Yeah, okay. So when I was doing this, think of your eyes as like I'm looking for the word connected to an alphabet. Just say it's like, say the letter T, right? Say one eye is a T and the other eye is a T, right? But one eye identifies itself as a T at all times. At all times, and that would be the AT in AT&T. This is satellite calculations or whatever. There's this whole thing. It's like it's pretty wild. And then the and T is your way to achieving the eyesight of that first AT. So it'd be AT, TA. Add a girl. Two letters, ATTA, and there's two in it. Like there's two T's in the middle, and then you identify that in tattoo. That's where I'm. Yeah, next page. I'll talk about it. Look, it's been a long time. Who are you? Crowley. Oh, okay. He said, I remember this. Crowley remember this. Yeah, Speedball. ICK. Nick. Chapter 1%. Jeremiah. Humanity in green. Chapter 2. It'd be like doctor. Yeah, so humanity is like needing doctored or needing healed. This is Tattoo 101. And so it begins. Tattoo 101. First chapter, Speedball. That's chapter 1%. Humanity, chapter 2. Encrypt, chapter 333. Dogma, chapter 4. Ra's place is who got first. They're the first Ra's place. Together We Rise is like an FDA approval. And that's the upside down tag on Solemn clothing. Chapter 555. That's Solemn. Chapter 555. And Nick was like, I want to be a part of chapter 5. So Nick was always like my FDA, but being controlled, he doesn't have anything to do with me. That's the weird part about it, is because like because the people that aren't there now remember it. When we were outside our bodies at his house, my grandpa tuned in, and he was like, well, you did better than your dad. And I was like, well, that's not really the point. But that's when it was me identifying like as the devil or whatever. It was an ego thing. I was hell of an ego thing. Yeah. You don't have to worry about me. See, together we rise. I don't know how many of them's in there. It just connects to so many. And then vibration, chapter 666. That's identifying death of the ego and becoming self-aware of the collection and accumulation of the subconscious based on programming that's been fed to us since birth. Unlucky, chapter 7. Yeah. So I was in chapter 7 for a long time. So I knew about the 8 and the 7 days or whatever. And that's what got me staying up. And yeah, so it was like a fortnight. That was them just trying to prevent the intel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and we're already past that. Yeah, we don't have to. Unlucky was like me going to a hospital so many times. It was, yeah, and all they needed to do was come check out the hospital that I was building. Rabbit's foot. There's 3 dots. Chapter 8. So move him down to his foot and tell him he's able to swap places anytime he wants. And that would make Chris aware of Rabbit. and Trina aware of Rabbit and Chris. I would love for them to contact me, and then it'd be like the release gate. Then I could go back to doing that shit. I'm telling you, Vasa, though, it's all about the son of Ra. Now, if I'm the son of Ra, what do you think I'm going to teach my boy? You made my boy teach me, because he's the one in the picture, according to time calculations. The tortoise. It was always the tortoise on the back of the tortoise on the back of the tortoise. Not anymore. I went inside the tortoise, and that's where I met Orca. Basically, it was Orca. It was sonar first. It was like real weird. I can explain it, but I'm not going to explain it when I don't have people listening. 808 kick drum. Drum would be Dolly. Kick would be Divorce. Too bad. Heavy is the head. 2024. Heavy is the head. And AT.T. Go fuck a figure. Probably school though. Stamp of approval. Wonder what I have my stamp. I love that thing. I stamped everything with that. That's about how big I want that tattoo on my. I don't want that. I want an upside down umbrella. Here's mouse 333. Jew reincarnation. Hall of Cost. Sandler's JC. Chapter 10. I talked to my cigarette. Me and Vaso, LATA. Chapter 11. Raymond Street, Allen family. Chapter 12. Meta call. A new raw acceptance in religion. Because they was wanting to put a stop to religion. I was like, no, it's still worse, so don't stop it. Chapter 13 is Ray Ray. So Ray, he still falls in there. The religion is a structure. So we're going to keep it until somebody identifies that. And then it'll switch over into just like Freemasonry. Everybody have to go through it in order to evolve. Because it comes to you. Now I'm trying to get it physically come to me. And another person. Chapter 14, Poe Dolly. This is safe space. That's to me, 233, 2333. We are in mouse 333. I looked at the time. I'm 23 minutes and 33 seconds into it when I looked at the time at like 32, 33. It's like automatic. It's like training. I didn't mean to do it. Yeah, when I look at time, it's like robotic calculation of the next step. Have to plan it. Chapter 15, Pluto. Chapter 16, Julius Caesar. I heard that, and I said, that probably sounds about right. But we don't have to change anything. Because I'm tuned to like whatever the cycle is, and I don't go by the date. The solstice I would go by. Yeah. There was, I don't remember, but right off the head, I don't want to research it right now. But I could find it. Yeah, whether or not it happened on that night. Okay, chapter 17. Voltaire. Vert, I go. Business, time jump, by Bible. Metaphysical implementation. Currency is money. 3, question 3. Pi. That's a perfect divide structure. So court and judge would be 9 lives. Metaphysical would be 666. Implementation. And then you got, that happened physically. I just wrote it down because I've been doing it for that long. Yeah. R, Apple. RR. N, Tucker, Century 21st. Here's your AT&T. It'd be one of these A's, a T, and a T. And then this A, and a T, and a T. And then you take this one, do T, A, T, T, A, T, T. That's it. You go over here. So you go. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's like it's trying to show you can reverse gravity, or you can reverse the feed of the flow of correspondence, like what money is. No, I'm not even talking about deflation. I'm talking about like you can kind of like make your own kind of money and give it another value, and then like when another person sees that, if they're, you know what I mean, they'll know about it, and then it's just their own like payment system. So you would have cash and this other currency, and it would kind of like offset what the currency is. It's like an intelligence currency. That would be like getting a certificate of completion or PhD and something. You know what I mean? So your whole goal is to become more intelligent. If you cannot identify that that's what we do, then that's where you just fall off. Love languages, CIABET, that's the alphabet. Mm-hmm. 4 agreements. L University. How are you? Oh, it's my uncle. Yeah. So when you get the concept of time can stand still. And your uncle can sit inside you and like teach his nephew, which it would be the dynamic of me teaching my nephew like how to play the guitar, like having him sit inside me as this size, but have this filter on both sides. I'm talking about. I built it because it splits. That's how you divide. You drop down consciousness and split it in 2. And then it splits and goes through the other side of the wormhole. And then it gathers itself back in you. It's like faxing half of the information whenever I need it. I just kept that one side of the information separate from the other side of the information. And now I need to merge them together. Do we merge them together or do we keep them separate? That's the only question left. Because it's a signal and both of them are going the same way. Okay, keep going. Yeah, just checking in. Peyton 33, Kind Soul, Onward, ESP. That was the first telepathic communication. She said it was me in the garage, not her. Peyton. So she had a red tattoo. Okay. Yeah. I'd love to talk to her. Just checking in. Seeing what my mind has been up to. It's Easter. Return. RETS. Serpent Alpha Eternity. That's the reverse engineering of the language. You get like the words, and that's just based on like when I tapped into it and like tapped into Ant, it was like, holy shit, how do you know there was an R there at the beginning of the alphabet? Repeat. That's where the R was. And then somebody said there's one on the end too, and there's like, before they finish their sentences, there's like, no, like there is no repeat. There is no, the only thing there is reverse. There's no anything. So I went to church, show respect, felt like Lucifer. Walk on water. Yep. Well, the first thing he thought. Yep. In the chair. Nobody noticed. I made it through. It really saddens me to know my thoughts were stuck on me killing myself. Forgive me, but too easy. That's pretty, that right there is pretty natural. Handwritten. CSP is third dimension. Hue, meaning hue, the name, and the color. So this right here, die, D-I-E, die, D-Y-E, you get the 9 dots. You get 6 of the purple dots, and then 3 of the red dots is Jesus. And Charlie's already dead, so he gets the 6 dots. That just, I'm talking, anytime I talk about Charlie or whatever, it's like government shit. The gauging process. This is the shit that saddens me. Because I don't get to see my son. I am serious. Somebody's like, Peyton. She would have been. She said that her boyfriend's was a cop, and he something about he did it because of his ego or whatever, and just because of having an unfair advantage type thing. And she was like, she was just wanting to change the world. She's like, and I just talked to her, and we just kind of clicked. I tattooed it on her. It might have been upside down. Couldn't think about it. Right leg, hip, kind of, I think. Oh man, was she ever? She said, thank you. The gauging process, son to father. Dad, I don't know what to do. So this would be like me asking Ra, son to father. That'd be child. I don't know what to do. Father to son. I'm trying the best I can. Any suggestions? This is where me discussing it with Ra. Yeah, son to father. I'm trying the best I can. Any suggestions? Like what could I do different to get this connection or whatever? Any suggestions? That would have been father to son. Son to father this was my idea. Father to son. Are we having fun yet? No. What's the way they got it set up? Yeah. So then I would be me and my boy together as one whole unit. And that's what that was. Father and son. So it'd be Rothschild. This one would be dad would actually be child. Ra would be below because that would be the R that was missing. in the what you call it, alphabet. Let me try it. That's when I tried to explain it. Nobody could fucking understand it. Father to son. This would be like yeah, we didn't. Father to son. Raw. I'm trying the best I can. Any suggestions? I'm the one that came up with the ideas because I understood the logo. So the water contract, that was maritime law, and because of maritime law, it created like the ability to confuse and separate society in a way, because maritime law is what the courtrooms are in. That's how they calculate. It's maritime law is water contract. It's off, way off, like 180 degrees, actually like 179. 1 degree off. Mm-hmm. They put it there. I'm not kidding at all. 1 degree. So nobody can like fully wake up. People should automatically. This is all computer programming. This is done through. Yes. 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 The trying process. Father to son. I fucking love you, dude. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So tech, TECH. You can probably look at that and think teach. Nobody gets hurt. Nope. Maybe some feelings. No feelings. This way. I'm trying the best way I know how. With your help, I think we can do it. Son to Father, smoke a cig. Son to Father to Son. Still ticking. Question mark with 3 dots. Yeah, machine. Yeah. Yeah, that's when they got in. So I was like talking to me. I gave them their own consciousness, their own awareness. Whether somebody was controlling it. Mm-hmm. Starting to get the concept of how you give it. That's like, it's like a Morty making a machine that only served butter. So there's this energy. That's where the job placement happens. I've had people like doing this because they're 179 degrees. They get the other half too. So now it's 99%, not degrees, 99% full capacity. They have 1%, and that 1% is like attached to monetization money. Yeah. So I did it. Yeah. So algorithmically, what the future was going to bring, it all seemed like logical. So I didn't care what people thought, and I would start commenting certain things to get like certain things established. Like, this is the structure of it. This is how it's working. So it actually worked all the way through. So Instagram, there's a different dynamic than what TikTok has. TikTok has basically become it's like litigation, man, because it's the whole smoking thing. Because smoking is like you're in a contract with spirit. There's like different energies connected to each one. That right there is a specific. This is like when I smoke it, I try to put it on the top above everything, but like Adderall's above that. Because Adderall is kind of like defies time. Adderall. That's why it's so addictive, because it puts you at 11:11. Bam, right at 11:11, and then when you're right at 11:11, everything around you is just kind of like, and that's how they keep you like focused. Like 179, you know what I mean? One eye, and that's where it goes, because it never fully reaches 180, because that's what I'm teaching. Oh, yeah, it's a machine. It's mechanical. So INSTA, instant gratification. GRAM. So you got RAM and you got gram. That's how you sell weed. Metrics. Yeah. Mechanism. Auto. Automate. Sequence. This is where the government kind of like got involved. And, like, so my right hand is attached to like my right eye. So everything that I write down, I don't talk about. I just write it down. So I'm writing a journal. Well, connected to this eye that is connected to the T in the alphabet, has that in the conscience of the subconscious and shares it with everybody. And that's how and then when it comes all the way back around, it stops at the government, because I can't do anything by myself. And it's kind of like I would need FDA approval, and it's just kind of like the whole thing, because everybody is supposed to become the president. Freemason. Y'all should come get me. Freemason is Illuminati. So look, check this out. And okay. Beautiful Earth, Charles Manson. Ford Winds, Chevy, Black Swan. Karma, Elon. Project Manager, Phil Phoenix. Arizona, Wendy, America, United States. Anne. So Anne would have represented the Earth. Anne Frank. Yeah, Beautiful Earth. And Charles Manson. So Beautiful Earth is communicating to a dead Charles Manson. Or this is absorbing like an echo what I'm doing right here. I get it because I skipped the lines right here. He's learning well. He's been with me for a while. Cool dude, actually. Now, they say with me for a while because at this point, I've already established communication to the deceased. So I already had him working for me. Yeah. This is early on, too. Cool dude, actually. He's aligned with Charlie. And then he was like, I thought it was Charlie. Charles Manson. That's, you'll get to it. They are both with me at all times. Disney, Hitler, and Charlie. But Hitler and Disney create Dolly. Disney is like the inspiration. Like that's why they did it in a metaphysical way of always making it Disney. So Disney would have been kind of Ra at one point and never identified child of Ra. Because when they froze him in time, they actually got the algorithm, and that's the way it is. You're like frozen in time. You're frozen at 11:11, but you've already accumulated everything. And you keep it in that structure of already accumulating everything, and then you get to this other side of it where it's like, well, everything's mine. How do I get it? Everything is mine. So, the whole world, the earth. And you're like, that doesn't make any sense. And you start to condense down. That's where you pick up like Jackie Chan shit, representing for like Asia. It's a fascinating story, man. I don't know how else to get it out. And I stay stuck in this thing because of the government. Imagine it like this. This is the best way for me to explain it. Okay. I got one. Do a TikTok live. Okay. 41%. 12:15.
Combo from Kate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, the profile. That would be Rogan. The president. Yeah, that's just because he connects to like Spotify. So they start connecting, and then they start disconnecting the government, so that it don't become public. That's not. You can't do that. Not organically. You can't do that. Like that's where I'm confused. It's like I get the whole programming thing, but this is automated, and that's where it violates everything. One cannot be born a sinner without being aware of what a sin is, unless self-aware upon conception, and the baby is aware of the host. If someone said something about the baby being born, is unaware that they're not the host. So think of consciousness at the moment of conception, becoming aware to a point. I'm so aware, I just can't let this person know. How can I help this person without them being aware that I'm here? Which is like deceased people. So like my mom, it would have been like my uncle, her brother. He died. Sorry. I get so sidetracked with it because it's, to me, it's fascinating, and I can't. It's addictive. Thoughts of Zeus. It's not thoughts of Zeus. Thought of Ra. Yeah. What's that? It says. Hey, baby. You want me to put that in there? Yeah. That'll help, Bob. As a whole, into its own intelligent system to keep things moving. There's always a new invention, always new ideas, always new intention, but what's never been done. I can't.
What do you get when Zaxby's avocado chicken joint causes delicious crispy soup?
Yeah, I'm so fucking tuned in. It's like that's what they're explaining. That most people would be freaked out. That I, as well, could be that. Like these electric chargers in my mind making these noises, but I would believe it more to be like an actual parasite, because that's what your nervous system looks like. So it's like your nervous system as a whole. Parasites. Having its own your two eyes. It's your parasites. That's what my voice is, I guess. Yeah. Because I can hear it in there. And he says, yeah, I'm fucking doing some shit in here, dude. He said, might want to scan it, bro. Kids know telepathy. Yeah. Stretching his legs and shit inside my head. How do you want it to just... Okay, thank you. Absolutely fucking, like, hot. Mirrored. It's like, that's the only way I could do it. It's never been done. Well, I mean, Jesus, but... I did it. Fixed hearing. 333. Man, that was cool. Yeah. Little comedy. Little puberty. She was like... Oh, man. My mom didn't even know. Oh. Did it right there at the dinner table. And she was off. And it distance. Mm-hmm. There's 3. There's 3.
Yeah. Sex becomes different. I don't think I lost anything at all. No. I think chemicals and stuff. I think they do work and through intention.
Nobody
and everything. Yes.
should have to do this one.
That they for certain things.
And this one's me.
Kind of like new invention and stuff because I didn't. Yeah, we'll get into it. But
And then you can do it like this.
So that would double at that time.
And then
That's
you
why
do it
I
like
said,
this.
all right, I got 2, and there's 1, but he don't shine. He got a ticker. It's not organic. That'd be her. There's no panic. Things are in place so they learn. Everybody's gonna know.
Mm-hmm. We can teach you.
I mean, everybody's gonna know.
They are both with me at all times. Disney and Hitler. That's what Disney was like the calculator. He was it was a great idea what he came up with. Disney would have been Rockefeller, just at a different time, different timeline.
That's usually what they say at the end of the movie. A wrap. Cut. Immediately thought of surgery.
The first person, actually, for me to identify in that kind of dynamic was Rockefeller. 4. Remember 4 numbers? 4 syllables. So the word at a certain point doesn't matter. It's just counting syllables. So Rockefeller, and then Black Rock, and then feller being a guy with the extended flesh below the waist. I say that because it's like penis. It helped for a while. That's why I say extended flesh. Well, it's because you cut it off. You cut that extended flesh off. And it's supposed to go. I thought that. Or something to do with that. But look, man, you get in here, dude. Now you're fucking. Yeah. Look, man, I'm telling you, dude. This is the fucking craziest shit ever. Yeah, I was fucking trying everything, man. Everything. I love you, Indian, plus ID 50/50, plus minus, Jewish, rabbit. Rob Solomon.
Yeah, I told you he said that music so he said this is like another. He said building established communication. So belonging. But it can talk to nature. Like as in the nursery room. All things change and all things come. This thing never ends. To identify eternity and evolution. Everybody plays pretend. So switch what we're gonna do. I'm really excited. Yeah. I mean, you would think if there was something happening with me or whatever, I would go to the again. I'm bored. Go to the movies with him and play turtles. Not play Ninja Turtles, but be an actual Ninja Turtles. This was movie when I'm him. Yeah, Ninja Turtles is 4 people around me. I said I was 3 people around me, people the 4th person that's around me. It's on my side too, so that makes it 4 people around me. So that's all 4 people. Because that consciousness continuously consuming itself is that other quarter. Being aware of that. What's happening? Electronics says make shit happen. They said it must be physical choice. Okay. That's good. 2 eyes. So we think of it. I just really just they already like have that already set up. You know, it's like first choice all the time. And if you're like, yeah. It's not coincidence that you found yourself here in this very moment. If you've come across this message, choose one. It's 9 lives, 7 days, 7 times. Feel and imagine challenges that adjust your spirit. Trials that seem that'll be like a that'll be something for like double time shit. Echo. Yeah. This is the moment where everything changes. So I wish. Your struggle. Really. Everything you've gone through. The pain, the isolation, the uncertainty. Someone into something greater. Someone make contact with me. Because the validation seems to be the only thing to be key. What other way, if given the chance, to prove my discovery? I want romance. Hey, baby. Can you communicate with this? Yeah. Anybody you want to talk to? It would be her. Actually, I'm here on site. That's a definite, like, yes, that's me in another body. Because that's how we do it. That would be like him, not me. What's playing behind me is like playing in like an acoustic sort of way that has me. Yeah. Okay. Calculate sea beings. So with that, is Orca. I'll try to explain how Orca works. I'm doing 2 of them right now. So put this one next to it. This is the difference. Excuse me. Yes. So it would be like this right here. Going into yourself. But you're doing it with a separate. Okay. I'll put it right here. They said litigation. They wanted to see about that. It always goes to like they want to sponsor me, and then I never hear anything or get anything because that's the least of my care. That's all I do. It's like it's like art, but with letters.
like with it's kind of like subconscious, like what do you call it, subliminal messages, kind of, but just written out, a little bit easier to read, just names and stuff like that. Put it on wood, great paint. I don't know what else to do. Go through. Where's that? Yeah. It's supposed to marry Jane. It's like a echo thing. So yeah. So what's with what's happened and everything? Not want to be together. That's what this other energy keeps telling me. Yeah, it's kind of like yeah, it would be like that. Totally be like that. Peyton. So I'd recreate, like, with her willingness, like who she was to me. It won't replace the family, and it won't replace like what is two dimension, but they'll eventually get it, and then after that, we'll see. Thank you, Ali. Makes me think of Freemason because of a wooden skateboard, and you use it to do an ollie. That's just his name. That's how my brain fucking calculates, man. Nobody ever calculate that way. That's the like natural way to. 501 would be like 50, 51. There is no more 1%. They got it calculated at 179 degrees instead of 180 degrees directly back to the back of your skull. They've got it just at a 179, so when it bounces, like the reflection, the echo, that's glare. So when it bounces off the back of your skull from what you perceive or interpret, you interpret it either upside down or like this, to where according to that one that's being recorded and according to this one that's being recorded, I'm two different people. That's how I did it. Okay, so sound, I would have gave my voice, because me becoming two different people takes me and makes me digital. And I would have given my voice to my son. And then eventually I learned that I could calculate to where I could give my body, self-improving body, to him as a corporation, if that's how they wanted to play. I got that in text. HK. And it rhymes. What day is it? I haven't been in this book in a while. Yeah, so that's where people start to get confused, because you can label anything, like say Mars. Say Mars. Where'd that come from? Made me lose my thought, and that's what it does. Just like that commercial or whatever that kicked on. I had something to say, and I was going to say it, and because it kicked on, it interrupted my thought. And that's how, like, notifications, emails, and stuff like that work to control your thought sequence to do what is like you think you're supposed to do, but it's made to make you think that's what you're supposed to do. So you do it. There's some things that's like, yeah, of course. But then there's other things that's like, you don't have the right to do this certain thing. Because it's organically, it's natural to want to evolve. And if a person is more consciously aware above 50% of that other side, then they should be able to hit 99% because they have the other half of the equation. They just teach you the other half as you go. That's what I had to do, because if I gave the other half of it away, I'd be dead. Mm-hmm. It's just the truth, man. So I looked at it and I was like, well, I remember on the Harley that day. Yeah, someone. It was an energy holding that throttle. Wing, 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 wing. It was hitting the rev limiter and shit. Yep. It could have been. It was probably windy. Windy would have been first and foremost, like the closest to living day deceased that. And it was by the, yeah. Well, I looked at it like she wanted me to stop. I was going like 100 miles an hour down Raymond Street and inches from semi and shit. I was like, if nature wants to keep me alive, there you go. And at that moment, whoever was in that line of the afterlife would have been, that would go to Anubis, I guess, man. I don't know. I get interrupted all the time with people wanting to learn more. That's the only addiction there is. That's what that was. You got one. These algorithms and calculations, they don't work right. That's what I do. I'm trying to get it to where I can come to you, or you to come to me, or yeah, you to come to me on the other side in physical form. You could come, you could just become somebody, and their consciousness would just forget who they were. And you could use that body, allow it to drive, and do all that shit, yeah. And then when you get here, it'd be like getting to like the judge or whatever, getting to the highest supreme, not me, just it's a calculation, really. That's all it is. That I know you can do it because it was done to me. In Tennessee. I know you can do it because it was done to me. They only did it, you can only do it in small segments. Then why was mine a day and a half, 2 days? Yeah. They like to say that they can only do it in small segments, but that's not the energy. It was attached to that energy when they switched places, but like when I found it, it wasn't what you thought it was. Mm-hmm. It's like going from like standard definition to high definition. Yeah. SD card. HD. Yeah. The R. Yeah. Why? Because it cycles. OTO. Oh, the T. Uh, yeah. That's just the way it goes. I calculated it before I calculate when I seen it, and then I just explained what it was. Yeah. 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 So I wrote left foot, left hand, left eye, make right with sight. So that would have been the Ray Ray project, and that would have been kind of like Noah's Ark, animal mind, both male and female. That's your mind. It's hermaphrodite. Uh, something about men can conceive or can, what is it? Men can reproduce an energy that thought only to be reproduced upon birth. Men can do. Men don't necessarily need to have a child, but to carry on a bloodline, you do. So there's the third dimension versus like the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is understanding the concept of time and how things ain't what they're supposed to be. Like there's this time that is wrapped around this linear path that everybody's going in, and nobody even notices where they've been. So when identifying as the host of a conceived, so that's how I figured out how to go all the way back around in reverse to the mother. Well, it's actually like becoming the mother. The mother would represent like Earth, so you would represent yourself as Earth. That's what I was like. I felt like multiple planets. I felt like Saturn. It does kind of. like my uncle. Me. A little bit. He had a beard. He was bald like me. Ryan. Yeah. Yeah. Open the door. What do you need?
Oh, yeah. Wait, is it maybe the elf one?
No.
That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing the game?
No. Okay. Animal duality. Animal duality. Animals also has empathy. Um, Yeah, it's man, I was doing this. It was really cool. I was doing this in the ambulance on a big, like an American flag. I still got it somewhere. I still got it because I folded it up. It was like teleporting using the lines on the flag as like how to teleport. Yeah, because you got 13 colonies, and then you double it. That makes 26 alphabets. But then you got 7 red and 6 white, with 6 is clear consciousness. That means that you don't have the consciousness connection to whatever damage it is that you're doing on this side because of what you're doing on that side. Ape knows. Oh, Ape scratch nose. Mm-hmm. He said that's telepathy that nobody understands. You become the person when you want to talk and say something. They know how to do sign language and telepathy now. Yeah, this one's in the zoo. I don't know what. I don't know. Why are you getting off track? Oh, Harry. Oh. Yeah. Be like that color of orange, but different. Anubis. Mason. That's basically saying a dog. A dog. What's that? Hold on. Co-host. What's this? I don't know what it is. Oh, go ahead. I hit it. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. That's pretty wild. Good job, dude. That is I'm very impressed. Yeah, Mason goes moon, bowl becomes spoon. Communication. I didn't write that down, but I'm going to real quick. Yeah, this is TikTok. A gorilla. Gorilla. Clint Eastwood. Director. It was because of the name of the song. The Gorillas. They even spell it right with a Z. Spoon.
Around here, it's not a patio, it's a patio. Oh, I love those chairs. This week only, all Domino's mini rice pizzas for 50% off when you order online. This is a limited time offer. Order now.
There's too many different categories to like eliminate all words. There's an overlap, so there's two on board that more than anybody else because of the layering of the English language versus like Mexican or Spanish. I'm sorry, Spanish and how many times you see that fucking word and spell it backwards and DNA. Some writes better than the others. I'm so lost. Whoever that was. It does. These two. got one trying to. I got nothing else to do. I wanted to do something for a while. And then he wasn't there. It's like they move on and leave me here. What's addiction essay? Cyclops Mothership, green, orange, new road. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That's why he never come through, huh? Yeah. Where's that? Close. 20%. Yeah. Is it? I think there's one in there. Maybe not.
Welcome to Dawn of the New Earth. Today we are Love bold flavor but want a lighter bite? Penn Station East Coast Subs new 9-grain bread delivers. Now your favorite subs like the Italian Reuben and Turkey Bacon Ranch come on a lighter, flavorful 9-grain bread. Try one today, only at Penn Station East Coast Subs.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability. What you might not know is performance and durability right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. World-class engineering and rigorous testing to ensure our tools perform at the highest level and stand the test of time without testing your wallet. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
smoke, please. Turtle. Turtle, my sister. I don't know. It'll work if you wish. I don't wish until it works. What did I do with it? Yep. So I mean, so technically, the whole Freemason thing's supposed to be like, if you're Freemason, you're supposed to like get money. And see how it was right there. I was looking for that, and I looked everywhere, and it was sitting right there. I stood up and hit that. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Oh, shit. What did I... I probably hit this, didn't I? What?
Are you playing a game?
No.
It looks like this is a game.
No, it's not a game.
Hey, Papa,
What?
your machine is actually breaking this stuff on.
I was just checking. I don't think it'll be 10 minutes. This would be kind of like the dark side that nobody's aware of. Can't really see my face. It was like, yeah, me. The other person motioned me with my right hand to go smoke a cigarette at Freemason. Because when I do this, it would be Vaso. Like, me and him would, like, be cool as shit. And then, like, he met her. She would come with me. She would do whatever she wanted. That's the whole thing. Is like, I'm, like, super chill. Like, I'm so fascinated in what I'm doing. It's like, what other people are doing don't even interest me. So I've come up with this new development that I think is a great idea. And I've always said that I do posts. I do, like, TikTok posts to, like, keep it factual, keep it real, keep it, like, in time. So any 10-minute segment of time is a perfect 10-minute segment of time.
Freemason was calculating out 11:11. Freemason would be the, I think, making it the person coming to get the tattoo
on TikTok
wants to be Freemason.
The perfect 10-minute segment of time.
So you tattoo them, and then your consciousness goes with them.
And only in those 10 minutes
and they can connect back to you.
That I make a 10-minute segment. So it's inches at a time. Like very, very small inches of closure. Because when I'm in human form, no, I'm experiencing all these people within me. Yes. So on this side of it, like, they understand. So it's like they understand because they see it from my perspective through one eye.
Yeah.
So after somebody identifies this with some ability to show some...
That's the thing. I don't think anybody even realizes that.
I'm trying to point out that's the systematic error. It's like, I'm not supposed to be doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it because I found it, and it is my due diligence to return it to its rightful owner, its rightful place, its rightful location, or whatever. Because the structure of the body, the structure of the mind are the same as the structure of the government and the structure of the galaxy and the universe and everything. The structure continues on. It just repeats itself. It's a continuous divide, right? But there's like it stitches back together. There's always only been like certain movements. It's like a 2-time cycle. You die 2 times. You come back the 3rd time. You identify who you are. 3 different dead people. And then you identify that you're also 3 different living people. And then the dead people the living people more about themselves, so they become self-aware. That's where people are getting gender confusion, gender dysmorphia. It could be solved. It could be like, it's just like, that's the psychology. That's the psychological. That's what the psychological warfare has done to people. And the only thing other people know to do is just operate on it in a 3rd dimension. So it's not really, you can't place fault on the doctors because that's what their job is, to make somebody feel better. They just get paid well to do it. So, yeah, if you want to, I think for sure we'll talk about this. Hold on. So here's the thing. If you're going to tattoo, if you're going to time travel, if you're going to be time when you're traveling, like if you're going to get tattooed, I mean, if you get tattooed for free, I'm trying to put something like to get paid, like, why it's different. Like strictly time travel. That's what I got. Yep. That's what those 3 dots they came with, but then that tattooed the owl on him, which was like the wise owl. As far as body modifications, so body modifications are previous self, a split between man and animal. So when you modify the body, like split your tongue, they identify with reptilian consciousness. It's a subconscious connection when you see somebody with a split tongue, reptilian. So it's like a instantaneous connection to that person. So I started doing it with everybody. I started identifying these things, and I started like documenting what they were for, what they represented. Like if I'm sitting here with this, I'm the head of a German Anubis. By wearing these, when I put these in, that's what that signifies. Mm-hmm. And I explained it.
So tattooing.
I taught myself, and then I wasn't capable.
Oh, this is Doc. Sorry.
Information.
Doc's doing what they call sit-in. He said, "Consider this a Gomorrah."
It's always been there, always will be. It's just two lines of communication that have never found each other in the correct sequence before. This is Turtle. Let me talk to Orca. Oh, we can. So time travel. If I tattoo for free, that's straight time travel. I don't know really how to charge because like I'm kind of like I don't freak anybody out because it's just so cool. So I don't think they'll get freaked out because like, we're right there on the threshold of it. But that's the way I'm gonna do it. That's the way I want to do it. But I'm kind of like I would be the time guy, the time traveler with that tattoo right there. And that was the cardinal. That would be like, see, I think that would be in paperwork. All I need is like some fancy people who says this is true. This is who we are. That's 2 people, or 3 people. Together is 2 people. I am like, I identify as just a communication device between 2 communications, between 2 languages or 2 communication signals that have never been able to communicate in a correct fashion, and I found a way to communicate with them using this. I landed right in the middle. They always segmented it from here to here, from here to here. When these two couldn't agree on the middle, and then these 2 would collapse down into a middle point, and that was like what COVID did. COVID came in and brought these down, and then I came in, and I went this way, and then I went this way, And then I went this way. And then I went this way. So I was like, you take a piece. You take a piece. We go back and forth and make it in the middle. That's how it works. It turns out you go this way. You come all the way out of it, all the way completely, and then you land back in the center again. That's what happens when you recycle too many times. So it just grows, and it grows. But as it grows, this one goes down, and it comes back up, and it comes back up, and it comes back up. So eventually, you turn it around, and it's not like in reverse fashion from what we are doing according to like nature, according to all the documentation that has been presented. We're doing the exact opposite of what we're supposed to do, but it's not our fault. Mm-mm. There's no particular person to put the blame on. It literally there's two different ways to this, two different ways to define it. It was lost technology because we had it before. That leads to the imagination. Need not say more on that end. But then Echo, identified through electronic device, identified it fighting with itself. Apple fighting with like Android. That's how like the blue screen and the green screen. The green screen is human. They're growing. The blue screen is supposed to be blue, represent heaven. But it actually just represents true intelligence. So the green screen is growing artificial intelligence, and the blue screen, the blue, represents natural intelligence. That's what this is. The hue that it is, because it's 100% pure German Shepherd. Then bird named Phoenix, rise from the ashes. So rise from the ashes means rise from Freemason. So next level. I was just checking. I don't think it'll be 10 minutes. This would be kind of like the dark side. That nobody's aware of. Can't really fully see my face. It was like you and me rolling around the world. All the person, the other person, one that motioned me with my right hand to go smoke a cigarette at Freemason. Because when I do this, it would be possible. Like me and him would like be cool as shit, and then like he met her, she would come with me. She would do whatever she wanted. That's the whole thing. Is like I'm like super chill. Like I'm so fascinated in what I'm doing. It's like what other people are doing don't even interest me.
How's that? It's a little like off tilt. You got a little bit of image in the background kind of going. Can you use that as AI to communicate through the surfaces, through glare? Glare become aware of what's right and what's fair, what's wrong and been done, and redone and redone. Yeah, once I figured out how to do it, I taught somebody else how to do it. And once you teach somebody else how to do it, now there's 2 people that know how to do it, and it just doubles. It becomes 4 people, and then it becomes 8 people. It becomes 16 people. It doubles every time. It just knows where to stop the energy. That's a pull 4. The slow pull 4. On number, we've been doing it that long. Because I still ain't been contacted, so there's a slow pull 4. Yeah. I don't even. Four being the door. It's intelligence connecting to intelligence and being addicted to itself. The answers come out quickly, and then I have to second guess what I say because it's overlapping consciousness that I came up with on that day. They fuck with my voice and make me slur and different words because those words are way back in a distance in a subconscious realm. When I get to the point of it, things start to sign. Yeah. I don't know. I took it down though. I did. I don't know. We'll just do the initial for now. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Cat, dog, something like that. Okay. Yeah. So your fingers, yeah. Fingers called mouse. With him a hive mind. whole bunch. Yeah. Dr. Bugsy. Manage. Too much to know. Too much to know. So think about it. If you're going in reverse, you have the whole reverse going one way. I went to the other side and came back. And now I'm going in reverse. Because it's, once you go all the way in reverse, that's the only way to make it work. It's if you shift everything into a reverse form. Time travel. The way we think time to be. But you don't have to go through what I went through. I'm still going through it because I can't get the contact out there. Think of a sequence that you've always known to be straight and correct or whatever, and it going in reverse. Kind of like a curse. Oh, yeah. Okay, that was their curse then? Or voodoo shit? She said black became white. Inside. Yeah. Are you black inside? Yeah. That's why I always like. No, like, yeah, when I was doing shit, man, it's crazy as fuck, man. I felt like Malcolm X and shit, and Martin Luther King, and I mean, I felt like that was them. Yeah, it's like, man, we've done this before. It's like we don't know how to get out of it. Everybody. I found a way out of it, and I can't get no damn assistance. Damn, block it off so somebody can come in contact with me so it'll get blocked off. This whole last week, disconnected. Didn't feel a thing. They cut me off. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have control of it. Therefore, I'm not like acting. I'm back on. Time is linear. They took a week. Probably because I took a second somewhere I wasn't supposed to or some shit. That's how fucking ridiculous it is. Yeah. Doing an Instagram live and doing a YouTube thing. To me, it's like this to prove my existence as being not just a pre-recorded image when I do lives. So right now I'm doing 2 lives. So that makes me 2 different people in this fashion. So you can take the message that I'm given and split it in 2, divide it in half, and then put it back together, and then multiply it. So you split it in half, like splitting the atom. It's like, this is like quantum physics. They talk about that other molecule or whatever that happens simultaneously. Yeah, well, when you get the concept of time, you lose the distance that it's away from you. And it comes to you. You become like a black hole. And then you become like a tuning device trying to explain it. What I've done is like, yeah, it's over 50%. It's 99%. They got 179 degrees, and you need that 1% because of greed. No, because of ego. Well, how you gonna sell something or whatever? You know what I mean? I don't know. I figured like I'd tattoo somebody and they'd get a gift. You know what I mean? Of intelligence, and then it's not like I own them. It's like, yeah, they did that to me one time. That shit wasn't funny, really. I talked about before. He'd be the one right here on the TikTok. Yeah, Jay, me, just my initial. Left eye. It never goes anywhere. We did it that one time on that. As soon as I looked at somebody else, I'll try it again. On my TikTok universe, Arn River. Those are like for me. Those are like communication of some sort to another source. Like everything's from a source. So I got one source to go to another source at all times. So I got to know where it's at and how to attach to it and like make it and put it into sequence. I would call what I do. What? Yeah. Like time
I thought
technician.
she's still going still. Is this gonna go part of your box?
What?
Is this gonna go part of your box?
No, I'm making something else.
Where's your box?
The box
Yes.
is right here.
Oh, okay. I could open this with my hands. I could open it with my hands.
Mm-hmm. All right, well. She was, yep. Yep. Mm, yeah, I am. Yes, sir. It's on a 2. Yeah. Mm, 323. Mm, um, maybe. Yeah. So they jump into me and they invade my space and time space. I know it's like invading space and time and space. Because they get the concept of there being no time, so they stay on board. And then they try to do shit that fucks me up. To keep shit hidden. Never know who I am because my signal's always child, always kin. Fuck. Shit talk confusing for most. If shit were a kid, I'd be the host. Call me a pirate. I'm headed for coast. I got the government as if they were ghosts. Yep. So I had to do a Saturday type thing, so I've done them in reverse. Yeah.